Why is it so difficult to find out what happens to a police officer after he or she has been convicted of a crime? It's a question raised by a CityNews investigation, which has uncovered not only the number of officers who keep their jobs despite being convicted of serious and sometimes violent crimes, an investigation that has also exposed just how difficult it is, what a challenge it is to try to access information that is supposed to be public. It's been a lengthy and challenging exercise, but we've compiled data that shows at least 55 police officers with convictions in Toronto, Peel, York, Durham and Halton regions had scheduled police tribunals in the past 4 years. They overwhelmingly kept their jobs despite being convicted of domestic violence, fraud, assault and drunk driving. As a member of the public, if you want to figure out just how your force is faring, you're pretty much out of luck. For example, if you go on the Toronto Police website, there's nothing in any of these drop-down menus. Instead, you have to put in the search engine disciplinary offices. You can request transcripts. And if you have a case name, a case file number, are prepared to wait 4 weeks and pay $5 a page, you can request a transcript. York, Durham, Halton, none of them post disciplinary decisions online. Peel does, but the hearing decisions are only kept online for 3 months and then removed. Even though the police tribunal hearings are public, it's almost impossible to find out when they are, what the results are, and what the ultimate discipline was.
Well, Avery, your experience with it speaks volumes, and please don't think this is a fluke. It's smoke and mirrors.
Waterloo Police Chief Brian Larkin is the Vice President of the Ontario Association of Chiefs of Police, and he says there is a problem. Do you feel as though the way that the disciplinary hearings are made public or not is effective in being fair and transparent for the public?
Well, again, it varies from service to service, but I think if you look at it provincially, it's very difficult to find decisions around the actual OCPC decisions. They used to be posted to online. Open data is an important piece, and I view that tribunal decisions are really around open data. Transparency should be at the forefront, and access to that information should be at the forefront. The Police Services Act is about to be overhauled for the first time in more than 25 years. But Julian Faulkner says legislation doesn't even need to be changed for these disciplinary judgments to be made accessible to everyone.
You know who has the power tomorrow to clean it up, even if you don't change the statute, are the different police service boards. The Police Services Board for Toronto tomorrow could direct this stuff being put up on the website because it's public information if they chose to. You have to ask yourself a question. Have you spoken to the chair of the Police Services Board an issue? And has that chair made themselves available? If the answer is no to any of the issues I've just raised, you've just identified your first problem, because they're supposed to be our civilian oversight body that's our protection against basically lawless police service.
Now, I had numerous exchanges with the offices of the acting chair of the Toronto Police Services Board, Councillor Chin Lee. After explaining to them what I was hoping to speak to him about, he was not available for any comment, but he did late this afternoon send me this statement saying that back in 2007, the board did consider the issue of public access to disciplinary charges and tribunal hearings, and what they decided to do was to post the hearing schedule on the wall of the tribunal here at police headquarters. Coming up later in the show, we'll explore the surprising weight that media coverage plays in just how police are punished.